Good morning, folks. How are you doing? It is Saturday. It is September the 7th, 2024. It is about 10 minutes after 9. Promisingly beautiful day down here in Tampa, Florida. I hope you guys are doing well. I had to do something today that is, to me, repugnant. It is nausea-inducing. However, at the end of this video, I'm going to share something with you that will explain why I'm doing it. Well, I shouldn't have to explain why I'm doing it. I've done it before for others. I'm going to do it for this individual. And I don't believe I'm having to say this. I wrote something on my website and I posted it to Substack, and I don't believe I have to defend the likes of Dave Rubin and male pattern baldness Tim Pool. Pim Tool, as it is. A man who is so fucking shallow, so fucking narcissistic, that he can't be seen anywhere without his stupid, stinky, smelly, sticky fucking beanie on his head, because that's what he really looks like. And I guess he's right, because this motherfucker's a multi-millionaire. He don't go nearly as hard as I do. But I guess the big trick is the beanie. That and being a limited hangout controlled opposition sellout. And I have to defend him today. And that makes me sick. However, sick or not, that's what we have to do. Why do we have to do that? I'll say it to begin the video. I'll say it to end the video. In order to claim that you defend the right to free speech, you have to defend all free speech, especially that which upsets you the most or makes you the most offended. If you don't, then you don't defend free speech and shut the fuck up when it comes to them taking our constitutional rights away from us. And I send that message directly out to the Kyle Kalinskis and his fucking stupid wife and all the rest on social media who are just chomping at the bit at this moment in time to attack the Dave Rubins and the Tim Pools and the tenant medias of the world. Just so fucking happy to call them traitors, to call them this and that and the other at this particular moment. Because they don't like what Tim Pool and Dave Rubin and those folks over at Tenant Media have to say. And so they're happy. First, they came for the fucking socialists, but I wasn't a socialist, so I said nothing. In fact, I cheered, and I said, yay, and I said, good, get rid of them socialists. Then they came for me. You understand the concept? I'm going to read you this article that I wrote. It's going to be a short video. Because, again, it makes me sick to have to do this. I know what Tim Pool is. I know what he is. There's a video of him out there. Some dude. It's become fucking. It's kind of almost viral. This guy calling out the traitorous Tim Pool for taking money from Vladimir Putin's own fucking Cash App. He's a traitor to America, and they're saying, let me show you this. Let me show you how he was calling out Ukraine. And saying Ukraine was as an enemy of the United States. But he did that because Putin paid him through Zelle or Cash App or some shit. That makes Tim Pool a traitor, according to people out there. First of all, in the video, Tim Pool says Ukraine did fucking bomb the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is limited hangout, controlled opposition. Ukraine did not. We did during Baltic Operations 2022. Look it the fuck up. And if you can't, I got plenty of stuff. Seymour Hirsch, I fucking scooped him by 5 months on that shit. Okay? Nobody paid me $100,000 a video. I can't afford dog food. But they paid him $100,000. Someone did. Through some 6 degrees of separation. And according to dimwits out there who are fucking cheering this shit, beggars to your own demise. First they came for the socialists, and I cheered, yeah, to heck of them social. Then they came for me. Do you get it? Do you get it? If you can't learn from the past, you are doomed to relive it. Wake up, people. Shit is rolling. They are doing this to these guys. On the other side of the spectrum, the trial of the Uhuru fucking Four just started this week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because they dared to have a different opinion about what was going on in Ukraine as well. Not to mention Gaza. They're trying them. Pay attention. Keep your head up. See what's happening around you. It's happening fast. Try to keep up. Try to keep up. Maybe it's not my bald head. Maybe it's my tone. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. And this is a good one. From Truth Seeker. That's a good one. Here we go. I'm going to read this to you. We're going to make this short and sweet, and I hope you get it. I really, really do. Because the country you're throwing away, I also live in. The country you don't apparently give a shit about, as long as your fucking identity politics is promoted, as long as you have a feel-good moment about being right and Tim Pool is taking some licks, people, you got to be better than that. Because the ones who are doing this shit are counting on you not. Let me read this to you. Oh my God, I have to defend Tim Pool and Dave Rubin. I feel sick. I need a puke bag. I need a shower. I need a priest. God damn, I hate my job sometimes. All the good people say, oh, this is bad. Boo, because all you conspiracy theorists are just Putin's stooges. From the New York Times, quote, in early 2022, a young couple from Canada, Lauren Chen and Liam Donovan, registered a new company in Tennessee. I wonder where the money for that came from. That went on to create social media outlet called Tenant Media. By November 2023, they had assembled a lineup of major conservative social media influencers, including Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, and Dave Rubin, to post original content on Tenet's platform. The site then began posting hundreds of videos trafficking in pointed political commentary as well as conspiracy theories about election fraud, COVID-19, immigrants, open borders, and Russia's war with Ukraine. That were then promoted across the spectrum of social media from YouTube to TikTok to X to Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. In 2016 and 2020, Russia employed armies of internet trolls, fake accounts, and bot farms to try to reach American audiences with debatable success, with no success. End quote. New York Times. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Listen to the words coming out of my motherfucking mouth. This is all about shutting down tenant media and websites thinking they can promote and gain traction talking about the conspiracy theories. They are literally locking them down. Now, we'll get to that in a second. But first, I want you to remember, this is about Russia. This is about conspiracy theories. This is about electronic voting machines. Oh my goodness. There's not a word in there about fucking Israel doing exactly the same shit that they just described, New York Times just described. a foreign influence campaign in social media with political purposes or aims taking place being considered illegal in the United States. First of all, we call it special operations and we do it all day long in other fucking countries. We do that shit ourselves. Okay? So too does MI6. So too does Spain. So too does Italy. So too does France. They all have the internet. If you think anybody in other countries, including ours, is just sitting there going, well, we could do stuff in our country, but we can't because of constitutional rights. We could do stuff in other countries, but we're not going to because that would be wrong. Bullshit. Of course we are. And of course they are. But the most prominent example I can give you, the most obvious example I can give you, of course, is obviously Israel. Because it's in their best interest that they stop dissent and they stop bad thoughts, and they call them anti-Semitism in terms of people disagreeing with what they are doing with their foreign policy in Israel. And yes, I mean foreign policy because Palestine is a fucking state. Ergo, it's their foreign policy. It's genocide. It's Zionism, but it's also foreign policy. So we know they pay influencers here in the United States. We know they pay to have bots on social media doing the exact same thing the New York Times just said. Those two things, paying for influencers and paying for bots. I don't just say this shit. I come with the fucking receipts. You'll see them in a second. I'll read them to you in a second. I just want to make it clear. No one at the Justice Department is calling out all these influencers who have come forward and said, I get paid directly by Israel. Tim Pool and Dave Rubin both have said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Because even the Justice Department said, well, the money goes from this degree of separation to this degree of separation to Canada, to Turkey, to Jordan, to Azerbaijan, then into Russia, through all these shell corporations, and makes its way to Tenet Media, who, by the way, did not tell Tim Pool and fucking Dave Rubin and the rest, whoever the fuck else it is, Benny Johnson or some shit, that that's where the money was coming from originally. That's the first thing. They didn't know. Stop calling them traitors, you stupid pieces of shit. They're just begging for goose stepping down your street. And when it comes, and you got no more constitutional rights, and you can't fucking say things in public because the thought police will come get you and call you a thought criminal. If you think that's outrageous, it's happening right now. And when they come for you, don't you dare say a word. Don't you dare say a fucking word. Maybe it's my tone. Continuing. But all the good people say, this is just fine. Yippee. Quote from the New York Times. A secret social media influence campaign that attempted to lobby U.S. lawmakers to support Israel's war on Gaza was organized and funded by the Israeli government. From The Verge. According to the Times, Israel's Ministry of Diaspora Affairs earmarked around $2 million for the campaign. They mentioned $9 million in the one with Tim Pool. Quote, Press TV, Israel has apparently been pressing social media influencers and content creators to engage in disinformation campaign for the occupying regime's interest amid the deadly bombardment and besieged Gaza Strip, end quote. We do it. Britain does it. France does it. Italy does it. Israel doesn't. But it's Russia. Russia. Let me ask you a question. This is important. This is important. I want you to focus on the words. Again, 6 degrees of separation, this thing, that thing, that thing, Canada, fucking Turkey, Azerbaijan, bam, back to Russia. Where did it come from in Russia? Two Russian businessmen with alleged ties to the Kremlin. Did it come from the Kremlin? No. No. It was two businessmen. Anything. Apparently, if a kid pops a zit in fucking Russia someplace, it's Putin's fault. Big difference. Israel is directly funding through their diaspora fucking outreach program their government. Is directly putting they're taking checks that are written in fucking shekels and having to cash them in with the state of Israel right there. Justice Department don't give a shit about that. Israel is doing that to justify genocide. Justice Department doesn't give a shit about that. It's just Tim Pool and fucking Dave Rubin saying conspiracy theory stuff paid for by boop, 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 Russian businessman. Putin. In this stupid video put out by Kyle Kalinske and his stupid wife on Secular Talk, they start off the video going, well, yeah, we have to acknowledge Russiagate was bullshit. And then they went, however, and they just launched right into buying everything, the whole story, hook, line, and sinker. Why? Because it made their political ideology fucking organ in their body, whatever fucking black, disgusting, slimy thing that is, just pulsate. We're right. We're right. We're so happy we're right. Because Tim Pool was being attacked and Dave Rubin's being attacked. And they say things differently than fucking Kyle Kalinske and his stupid fucking wife. It's baseless. Obviously, it's baseless on the part of, I can't even say his fucking name, Beanie Boy. And the other one, the rabid Zionist. Obviously, it's baseless. These are baseless claims meant to silence them. Tell them to shut up, because next time we're coming for you. They are not fucking named as co-defendants in these attacks. And I'm not sure, but Tenet Media might also not be, but they will be. This is a trial balloon to see how much we forget the lessons of the fucking past. Remember, the Uhuru fucking Four are being tried right now. These guys are on the right. Uhuru's on the left. Get it? The right aren't defending Uhuru. The left aren't defending Tim Pool. I said it. God damn it. Continuing. This is just wild. Clearly, fascist attack on people sharing taboo information that counters our official stance on various propaganda. I should have proofread this. Electronic voting machines, COVID-19, open borders benefiting big business, and of course, the never-ending war in Ukraine we funded and started. All of these issues, too, hot to allow influencers to keep talking about, especially as the election looms nearer with the Biden administration fully on board with keeping it going, the Ukraine war, no matter what the cost in human lives and American taxpayer treasure. But does anyone at justice accuse or arrest any influencers in America who are being paid directly by Israel to push their propaganda in effort to keep the literal genocide going? Nope, not a peep from justice on that one. Remarkable. And no one says jack shit that I've heard about it. According to Justice Department records, Poole and Rubin and the rest of the, God, I can't believe this, talent didn't know where that massive money was coming from. Supposedly $100,000 per week for just one video. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Part of the fucking thing that people like Kyle Kalinske and his stupid wife are saying is that he should have known. He should have Googled. He should have done some background research. Because $100,000 a week for one video, for them to put up on tenant media and then promote all over the place. $100,000 a week for one video is just too much, is it? You ever heard of General Sam? He makes Let's Play videos and plays with some friends of his playing video games on YouTube. He makes more than $100,000 per video. More than $100,000 for games, for playing games. Now he's funny, and he's the quality editing, really top-notch shit. He's funny. Billions of fucking followers on YouTube. Whatever that fucking plaque is. Funny, but he easily makes $100,000 per video. Usually in the first week. So is it outrageous? No, of course not. Because also you got to remember, those videos then sit and they get billions of more fucking views. So is it outrageous? No. For Tim Pool? Yeah. But he does cover up his fucking male pattern baldness pretty well, so maybe that's the trick. Or maybe it's my tone. Let me continue. The money was washed through Turkish, Canadian, and other nations before reaching Beanie Boy, male pattern baldness, Pool, and the others, but still, social media is using this moment to attack them as if they were cashing direct paychecks from two Russian business guys, like all those influencers cashing direct checks from the Israelis. If you're doing that, gleefully using this moment to attack Tim Pool like Kyle Kalinske, then you are the problem. And that's the link to the Kyle Kalinske and his stupid wife's video doing this. Pool and the rest are whores, assholes, liars, turncoats, spineless mammon worshippers. They make me sick. They are controlled opposition at best. But Russian agents, give me a break, morons. Don't be stupid. They picked a couple assholes that the left and the fake alt-left would be happy to target just so they could get away with it. Just like they picked the Uhuru movement and those four so the alt-right would shut their fucking mouths. Do you understand? Do you get it? You got to get up to 36,000 feet and then look down to see the big picture. You can't see the forest staring at the bark. Feeling all good about yourself in your righteous moment because now Tim Pool's got justice on him. Because Donald Trump is being fucking arrested. Because Nancy Pelosi's being exposed. Get up to 36,000 feet and look down. And if you need your good glasses, take them up there with you. Here's the truth of what's happening. We can readily imagine a series of possible responses when it comes to how we should shut down conspiracy theorizing. This is what Cass Sunstein wrote in his paper, his white paper, about dealing with conspiracy theorists. 1. The government might ban conspiracy theorizing. 2. Government might impose some kind of tax, financial or otherwise, on those who disseminate such theories. Remember, this is not just some random thing me talking about conspiracy theorizing, because it's in the goddamn fucking Department of Justice charges. It's in the New York Times story. He was talking about COVID-19, election fraud, open borders, and Russia's war with Ukraine. These are all conspiracy theories. And we got to stop that. What are they doing? It looks like they're about to actually make them illegal. Same thing with Uhuru 4. The right says it's okay if the Uhuru 4 are fucking charged and arrested and tried for talking about conspiracy theories. And now apparently they're doing the same shit with Pool and Rubin. And the alt-left are like, okay, yeah, that's cool with us. Don't you get it? Don't you fucking get it? Continuing with Cass Sunstein, we suggest a distinctive tactic for breaking up the hardcore of extremists who supply conspiracy theories. Cognitive infiltration of extremist groups. This is something Aunt BB's dealing with, whereby government agents or their allies, acting either virtually or in real space, either openly or anonymously, will undermine the crippled epistemology of believers, one, by planting doubts about their theories and stylized facts they circulate within such groups. There's no way it was brought down by controlled demolition. And two, thereby introducing beneficial cognitive diversity. We need some cognitive diversity in those groups. Oh, they couldn't have brought down the Twin Towers with controlled demolition, but, they lied. They lied. Thank you, John Gold. They lied about 9/11. Really? That's what they did? They blew the buildings up with people in them. Continuing. Government agents might enter chat rooms, online social networks, or even real space groups and attempt to undermine percolating conspiracy theories by raising doubts about their factual premises, causal logic, or implications for political actions. All of that I saw implemented in the 9/11 Truth Movement. Moving on. Look at that first suggestion from Cass Sunstein. Government might ban conspiracy theories. That's what they're doing. Even going so far as to make them illegal. That's what they're doing. And Secular Talk and the rest are cheering this shit on. This is Nazi fascism. Some 6 degrees of separation between a limited hangout asset in America and some Russian business guy, no real link to Russian government, by the way, does not justify what's happening to those assholes. But Kyle and his stupid wife and all the rest can't see that. They can't see beyond their own self-interest, which is what got Baldy Pool in trouble in the first place. And God, I hate defending Tim Pool and Dave Rubin. They suck. They are disinfo assets. They are money-grubbing mammon worshippers. But God damn it. First they came for the money-grubbing mammon worshippers, and I said nothing. And that's not going to be me, boys and girls. I learn from history. I study it. I know it. And I know where this story is heading. Stop applauding this action. It is fascism, pure and simple. Doesn't matter where the money came from. It's not treason, as influencers on social media are saying. Calling out our involvement in Ukraine and Gaza and Iraq and Syria and Libya and Yemen and Afghanistan is not fucking treason until you let them make it treason. And this is what I started with, and this is what I will finish with. You defend the speech you hate the most, or you don't support free speech. It's that simple. Wake the fuck up, or just hand over your country to these fascists. Timshel, thou mayest. Look it up. It means you have a choice. It might make you sick to have to defend that. But sometimes doing the right thing will have that effect on you. I thank you for your time.